Hey everybody, it's the coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. I'll see you again at halftime as we preview some of the action coming up on Sunday. But for now, it's Thursday Night Football. And on the call, as always, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, this is such a special place. You drive through the streets of Green Bay, no tall buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, we look at this Packer team as we enter play here. And losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they come in 0-3 and in desperate need of a win.
And as a team, you start to feel a little bit snake bit. They need something good to happen right now so they know it's not just them. They think they have the makings of a good team.
In the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. This is taken at his 4. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3 quarterback.
And what I enjoyed in preparing for this game was talking not just with the coaching staff, but with him as well. And I found it interesting that the coaching staff sees him one way, and he sees himself an entirely different way.
Yeah, one thing he said he's always working on, we know he's not bad at this, but his footwork, always wants to improve that, and that's something he's going to focus on here.
And what was so funny, what the offensive coordinator say right off the top, he's got great footwork. Love his footwork. So this guy is never satisfied.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with 3rd down coming up. Let's take a look now at how Green Bay will line up defensively. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
They've established themselves as a top 10 run-stopping unit in the NFL here in the early going. All signs point to me towards them continuing that throughout the season. They look pretty good, pretty darn cohesive to me.
On 3rd down, Russell. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Now Cohen. It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10. On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. To throw is James. From the gun on 3rd down. Open man, it's Allen. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 41-yard line.
they've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting up their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
On second down, it's Cohen. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. James to throw on 3rd down. Got an open man, that's Campbell. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
First down, a run with Cohen. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. On second down now, it's Cohen. And he'll get this down only to the 18. The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down. Here's James. Operating from the gun. He completes it to Bryant. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. This will be caught at about the 6. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Only a yard of the completion. It's 2nd and goal. On second down, it's Cohen. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. We're scoreless after 1. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. The Bears on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Building confidence after a loss, that's a good way to do it. The loss last game, but first drive here in this one, cashing it in for 6.
Hey, they can talk all they want about putting a loss behind them. I think that drive there did more than any conversation they had, don't you think?
That's exactly right. Puts that to bed. And this is what they said all week long. A lot of things they needed to do differently. Whatever they said appears to have worked. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded at the 2. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. So now it's the Packers' turn to go on offense for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Davenport. And Graham's got it. Complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
He's got a man. That's Marshall. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Again, they were targeting Marshall there, and now it's 2nd down. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Williamson.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they will advance this across midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 47.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
On now is the Packers punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get them about 5 yards. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. Man, not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. From the gun on 3rd down, James. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run. This is Cohen. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. to throw. James. And his throw here is incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now James. From the gun, he'll throw. It's caught by Bryant. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards, the final tally. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
James now throwing on 1st down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19, and his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Davenport. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd? And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the 1st half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. To throw is James. Back to the air on 2nd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. James throwing on 3rd and long. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Okay, Brandon, Charles, thanks very much. Welcome in, everybody, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's take a look at what we've got on tap as we wrap up the first quarter of the NFL season. One of the best of the early games, we'll highlight it there. The Giants in for a stern test at home at MetLife Stadium, as they'll have to contend with the San Francisco 49ers. In the late afternoon games, one to keep an eye on for sure will be in Minneapolis, where it'll be the Vikings taking on the Detroit Lions. And then one more to highlight, Sunday Night Football, as the national audience will see a good one between the Tennessee Titans and the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, in our game, not a lot of offense to go around. 7-3 is our score. Will we see things open up in the second half? To find out, we get it back to our guys in the booth, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game. Yet, they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Well, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Packer first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Davenport. For Marshall, that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give them 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
On 2nd down, it's Williamson. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Davenport. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. And his kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak. On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Cohen. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. They try again with Cohen. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Looking to throw. James.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
On 1st down, Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Again, it's Cohen. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there. Here's James on 3rd down, and he completes it to Cohen.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Back now at Lambeau. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the 1st. From the gun, Davenport. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. A gain of 6 there on first. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. The throw over the middle taken in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A really nice gain of 25 yards. He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch. Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number. On first down, Davenport over the middle, complete. That's Marshall. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down right around the 16. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Operating from the gun, Davenport. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh? Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there. Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Here's Jones. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play. And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And his kick is indeed good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive. Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So now the Bears down on the scoreboard. A little over 80 ticks to go. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a 1st down. Back to throw. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. They'll run on first down. It's Cohen, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Cohen. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Bit of a surprise. They ran it on third and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. On third down, a run with Cohen. And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the first. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left, and we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining, and now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. And now this game's going to come down to the right leg of their kicker. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This from long, very long range. And this kick is not going to get there. It's short and no good. Well, that would have been something if he could have saved him from that long distance there in the closing seconds, but it was just not meant to be.
They need a little more time and a little more yardage to give him a realistic shot. And that kick's a good metaphor for this game, isn't it? They're going to wind up a little short in the end.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Packers, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.